to the Only Male Cruise Show, the podcast. I am the Only Male Cruise. Be sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe, leave a comment. You know I want to hear from you. Copyright disclaimer regarding fair use is in full effect. The views and opinions expressed in this show, you guessed it, they're all mine. Let's go to work. All right, let's go to work. Let's go to work. Welcome to the Only Male Cruise Show, the podcast. I am the Only Male Cruise. Be sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe, leave a comment, say something in the chat. You know I want to hear from you. Today's show, if you look at the description, yes, we're talking about, shout out to Baby Shay. We're talking about Lizzo. And I got a good idea why I think she feels that she should be being pitied and whatnot. So what I am going to do right now before I go any further is drop the link. And so anyone that wants to pull up and share their point of view, you are certainly welcome because I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. With that being said, let's get into it. So, again, this is not new news. This is old news. Lizzo is, it's been all over the news. She's crying and whining. I did recently watch Armand Wiggins' show, and he really just laid it out nice and clean as far as this Lizzo thing. It needs to quit. It needs to quit. Shout out to Alexis Monet. Thank you, Alexis, for pulling up. Appreciate y'all. And speaking of that, Alexis in Living Color TV, she did a good expose on this Lizzo situation too. And that's why I'm not going to beat this horse. But the point is, Armand Wiggins made some really good points about it, and I just want to share my point of view. Baby Shay says she puts it out there and then wants to play victim when the comments don't go her way. Girl, that's the truth. No, that's the truth. Shout out to Island Browning. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate y'all. Gang. But let's get into it.
For the most part, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't care. I just think when I'm working this hard, my tolerance gets lower. My patience is lower. I'm more sensitive. And it gets to me.
Okay, and we appreciate you being sensitive and low tolerance and all this and that, Lizzo, but that's not our problem. It's really not our problem.
To the release of her latest song, Rumors, with Cardi B.
It's like it doesn't matter how much positive energy you put into the world, you're still gonna have people who have something mean to say about you. It's fatphobic. And it's racist and it's hurtful. I don't mind critique about me.
Okay, and Lizzo, it's not fatphobic. That's a convenient excuse that's being used because you don't appreciate the results that you got. I really don't know what you're crying about. The song is okay. I don't know why you're crying and why you're trying to blame it on somebody being fatphobic. You're blaming us, Lizzo, and it's not our fault. Shout out to Wonder Woman. Thanks for pulling up, girl. It's not our fault, Lizzo, why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Alexis Monet says she has a lot of fake confidence and tries to use people bullying her as a marketing tool. That's exactly it. That's exactly what it is. Here we go.
I don't mind critique about me, my music. I don't even mind the fat comments.
When people come for me, I be flaming and niggas. Y'all gotta remember, I'm from the Bronx. In the Bronx, we love to cut ass. We like to roast and niggas from head to toe. Like me, if I see you in person, I will come up. I could look at you up and down, and in 10 seconds, I got like 13 to roast you on. However, not every celebrity is the same, because sometimes people say that I need to act like other celebrities, but like I said, and I noticed, not every celebrity is the same.
And you know what? First of all, Cardi B is so cute. She's wearing that pregnancy like she is wearing it. And looks like the only weight that she's gained is just in the belly area. Her face still looks slim and everything. So she's looking beautiful. And you know what? My whole thing about the Lizzo and this Lizzo thing is Cardi is trying to take up for her and trying to support her and whatnot. And that's cute. Um, but the conversation that what Cardi's saying, she needs to be saying that directly to Lizzo. My thing is, don't try to change us as the consumer, the listener, the fan, or whatever, the hater. Don't try to make us modify our thought process. We're the ones that are the determining factors to whether you become a celebrity or remain a celebrity. So don't try to make us change our mind. We feel how we feel. It is what it is. Lizzo, you signed up for this. So, you gotta rock with it. Alan Browning said it's kids killing themselves due to online bullying. Lizzo will be all right. Girl, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? So don't blame us, Lizzo, because none of us told you to get dressed the way you've been getting dressed. We didn't ask you to do all that. You chose to do that. You said that's how you want to get down. So hey, get it in where you fit in. But reason why in the comments I said that Quavo sounded like a parrot because they caught up with good old Quavo. Um, they caught up with him outside. TMZ did. Now check him out.
Offset, what's your message to the haters on Lizzo? Because there's a lot of people that the comments have been deleted. Cardi came to her defense. What's your message to them?
Let these beautiful black women, let these women be great. Stop judging. Getting out negative energy, you know what I'm saying? People
Right.
work hard. We work hard to be entertainers for the world. Let us be.
Do you commend Facebook for deleting those comments? Do you think that was the right thing to do?
Shout out to Facebook, man. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I said Quavo, but I meant to say Offset. Y'all know what I'm saying. And I love me some Offset, but they need to get off of us, y'all. That's not none of this is our problem. None of this is our problem. This is this is your problem, Lizzo. And the reason why I say Offset sounds like a parrot because he's like, yep, shout out to Facebook, man, right thing to do. It's like you're not even speaking real. Cardi had a more realistic uh, comment than Offset did. But the point is that if you look at um, what's her name? What's that lady's name? I can't even think of her name right now. I'm sitting here looking right here at her picture. Um, the gospel singer, uh, Tamala Mann. Now people gave her some issues when she first came out. She was a big girl when she first came out. You know what I'm saying? But she could sing. But she didn't let that stop her. And she didn't use that as excuses and she didn't blame nobody. And from what I've ever heard, she wasn't calling, people, oh, just a bunch of heathens talking about my weight. She figured out what she wanted to do about it and she did what she did. So, she's gone on and went to Weight Watchers and I mean, check out the picture now, the before and after, the then and now, and Lizzo, that's where you need to get in. Go ahead and quit trying to blame us. But as I indicated, the reason why I think that um, Lizzo feels like she deserves all this pity is because in 2019, um, Barack Obama shouted Lizzo out. And he said, hey, yeah, I got Lizzo is on my playlist. Me and Michelle, she's on our playlist. And if you look at it, she's number 6 on Juice. I had never heard of Lizzo until Barack Obama said that she's on it on his playlist. And Lord help us, when that happened, um, Lizzo jumped back and said, we're friends now. Me and Barack Obama, we friends. I don't make the rules. That's right, Lizzo. You don't make the rules. But are you doing all this pity party stuff because you want Barack Obama to step in if he was the president, even if he's not the president, is he supposed to step in and put us in our place and tell us what time it is? It ain't going down, Lizzo. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop trying to use other celebrities that we like, such as Cardi B and Quavo and Migos and Offset. Stop trying to use them to, you know, force us to get into a mindset that makes you feel better. It's not going down like that. Sorry, it's just not going to go down like that. So to come up and say, you know, black women, and I didn't put that clip in here, but you know, it's always the excuse of, you know, black women, we've been doing this thing and we need stop doing that because there's other black women out here that wish they had the platform that you have, Lizzo. Wish they had the support from Cardi B and Offset, just to name a few, like you do, Lizzo. So we're not going to feel sorry for that. You know, if you want to break it down to dollars and cents, you got all the money, Lizzo. You got all the money, baby. So do your thing. So moving right along, there's somebody that needs, you know, support. Here's a teacher out of Florida, and she sued the school district. And what happened is she had a Black Lives Matter flag hanging in her classroom. And educator Amy D'Onofrio was singled out by the administration at Riverside High School when she displayed a Black Lives Matter flag in the doorway of her classroom. And once she refused to remove the banner, D'Onofrio was removed from her teaching position and reassigned to a warehouse job. Now, I hope they weren't calling that slave labor or, you know, what kind of warehouse job was that? Her counsel, the Southern Poverty Law Center, claims that D'Onofrio was retaliated against for supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. And so when that happened, she sued him and she won. She won. Well, and they really settled out of court. D'Onofrio sued the Duval Public School District in the United States District Court, Middle District of Florida, claiming they violated her First Amendment rights. Instead of carrying on a lengthy court case that could take years and millions of dollars to fight, the school district settled with the former teacher this month. As part of the agreement, D'Onofrio withdrew her discrimination claims with the Office of the Inspector General. She dropped her civil action against the district. She canceled all of her public records requests concerning the case. The part that bothers her the most is that as part of the settlement, she cannot seek reemployment with Duval Schools, which she said has devastated her beyond what she can fully articulate. And you know that what's crazy about that is police officers can kill somebody and maim somebody, and they can go somewhere and get a job right back. Sometimes right back at the same police in the same district, which that's kind of jacked up. And back to the Lizzo, Wonder Woman saying Lizzo needs to work on herself. I believe she's hurting inside. I agree with that. She has a beautiful face and has some. Ooh, somebody hand me some sunglasses because Wonder Woman up in here throwing shade. Wonder Woman said some talent, right? And Anna Brown, you said you agree with Wonder Woman, and yes, good for this lady, good for D'Onofrio, and you know, with her, what's good about her is that, you know, she's a sincere and dedicated teacher. Um, so with that $300,000, she could, you know, she could do some entrepreneurial type things, such as, you know, open up a tutoring or after school or something still related to the education of students, which would probably give her a little bit more flexibility and some leeway to really get in there, like how all of this disputes are going on about the critical race theory teaching. You know, these parents don't want this taught, this, that, and two-thirds. Well, I mean, she could take that money and go ahead and get with the program and and start that. Because if it was me, that's something I would think of doing. But the school board agreed to fork over 300,000, with 240,000 going directly to D'Onofrio, while the remaining 60,000 would be paid to her attorneys. And that's a nice little split right there. And though we know we haven't done anything wrong, these are taxpayer dollars, board member Warren Jones said about the settlement. You know, but then these superintendents, they can, you know, they can just jack up everything and still get paid for the until the end of their terms and things of that nature. So But all of a sudden, this guy's talking about, oh, well, it's the taxpayer money. Okay. Yeah. Like y'all really care. Y'all don't care about that, but okay. I digress. So moving right along, here's another black woman, Lizzo, that could use our support, black woman support. This lady right here, y'all, was driving. Um, she was driving out of state, and she was driving with her father, who's 60 something years old. And a woman who pulled off a road to change drivers during the trip with her father and three young children was knocked unconscious and arrested by two Northern California sheriff's deputies who then lied about the encounter, responding to paramedics and on official reports, according to a federal lawsuit filed on Wednesday. Now, they did this lady deep down dog dirty. Okay. So she was switching, they were switching drivers. She pulled on the side of the road. And what happened is the police pulled up. Porter was behind the wheel when they stopped along the empty road in Dixon. The deputy squad car pulled up behind them with lights flashing. Porter was already out of the car and explained that they were just switching drivers and would be on their way. The deputies said they noticed that the car had mismatched license plates, a California plate on the back and one from Maryland in the front. However, the deputies had called in the rear license plate to the dispatch, and they knew that it matched the description of the car and that there was no report of the car being stolen. So at that point, they could have just let it go, let this, shout out to Slums Radio in the house. So they could have let it go at that time, but now that wasn't good enough. See, that was too much like rights. So instead, what they did is they arrested her. And it wasn't a simple, nice, clean, easy arrest. Of course, they had their cameras on. And for those that are listening, I am not resisting, Porter said into the deputy's cameras. You are not reading me my rights. Now, the deputies pushed Porter against the squad car and then onto the pavement while trying to handcuff her. Put your hands behind your back. Get on your stomach, McCampbell shouted. And one of these cops is a lady. And the footage gets very shaky, and it's hard to see whether Porter's resisting. Porter and the court filing alleged the deputies punched her in the head and the stomach, kneeled on her back, pulled her hair, and she passed out seconds after the deputies closed the handcuffs. And one of the sheriff's deputies can be heard on the video saying, "Ooh, I think she's out." Like, what y'all want to be? Mike Tyson in the house? What's up, Tiff Review TV? Thanks for pulling up. All y'all. I appreciate y'all. So they knocked her out, and the paramedics showed up, and then of course the deputies told some lies. Porter is 5'2", 125 pounds. She said she was dragged unconscious to the back of the squad car, where she came to about 5 minutes later. And when the paramedics arrived, McCampbell is heard saying Porter fought them, was knocked out for about 20 seconds, and was able to walk herself to the squad car. McDowell estimates to the paramedics that Porter was unconscious for about 5 seconds. Porter requested that she be transported to the hospital, according to the lawsuit, and they didn't want to do that. They didn't want the paramedics. Yeah, Alexis. They didn't want her to go to the paramedics because, had she been seen immediately, then their story wasn't going to jive with the facts, the contusions and possible concussions and all of that. But then they're trying to say, oh yeah, you was just out. She was only out for about 5 seconds, just 5 seconds. She good. She real good. She be all right. Okay. So that happened. And then, hold on, y'all. So then it says here that they're asking for a judge to order a jury trial for Dalton McCampbell and Lisa McDowell, and they're seeking unspecified damages. The events unfolded as Porter and her 61-year-old father were making a 100-mile drive to Orangevale, northeast of Sacramento, after a family trip to Oakland. Her two daughters, ages 3 and 6, and her 4-year-old niece were in the back seat. Porter's a software engineer. Her father, who's retired, worked in computer networking. And it's not to say, well, see, they're educated and they're employed and they're, They got a great income. She didn't deserve that, period. And really, it almost doesn't matter because she's black. Nobody deserves that from the cops. Y'all need to, it's just doing too much. But the fact that she's black, and again, we got Lizzo trying to get that, trying to get that pity party going on. No. This, if anybody needs some pity, it's this woman. So thankfully, the video evidence contradicted the fabricated facts. And I take issue with the phrase "fabricated facts" because if it's fabricated, it's not facts. So the video evidence contradicted the fabrication. That's better said. So what occurred here, we believe, was a racially motivated beating and terrorizing of a black family. The county sheriff's officials won't immediately comment because the department had not received a copy of the complaint by Wednesday afternoon. That's when this story was posted. So, this, yeah, Baby Shay. So you agree with that? Yeah. I mean, it's a fabrication. It's not a fact. It's lies. That's what it is. And it's just too bad. So the link is in the chat. Anybody want to pop up? You're welcome. Pull up. I'd love to hear your point of view, or anything you feel like you might have to add. So here is moving right along. Now this to me is funny, y'all, and I just need some details as to. Hold on, just a minute here. I just need some details as to why. Check this out.
Right? You can't look on your camera, right? You're trying to pay for a new ID? Clean that shit up now. Because like I said, I asked for fucking help, right? I asked for fucking help. I asked for fucking help. And nobody wants no fucking help. Nobody wants no fucking help. Right? Now y'all got to stop cleaning up the fucking stuff. You know what? No. Since y'all can't find it. Since y'all can't find it. Fuck out of here.
And to me, that is just so crazy because I was trying my damnedest to find out what store in Atlanta did this happen at, and specific details. The only thing we know is from what we can hear on that video is apparently the woman went in there. Either she had given them their ID and did a transaction and realized that she didn't have her ID, and evidently she had asked for she had asked them, "Hey, can you pull up the video camera and see if you can find where my ID's at?" And of course, evidently the people said they weren't going to do it. They weren't going to do it. One woman said, "What in the hell is going on here? This is why we are called animals." That's true. That's true. But they press us and they push us and they, and I don't know if anybody in the chat, have y'all ever been in a position where you had to refrain from acting out like that? Because I'm just gonna admit, I've had to stop myself because sometimes people will take you there. They'll take you there. One woman said, "Why she tear the store up like that?" See, we don't have all those details, like specifically what happened. And I know I was trying to find out what happened, but I couldn't realize it. Anna Brown said, "I just realized all Walgreens are the same because it looks like the same one inside my local one." I know they sticking to the planogram. There's no doubt about it. That's probably to make it easier for the employees so they know where stuff is at. I know they push us, and at times I want to set it off also. Yeah, they do that. And so when somebody else does it, if it's not too bad, I'm just gonna be honest. I'll celebrate it. Good for you. Good for you for stepping up and just letting them people know you're not to be messed with. Don't quit playing with me. Alan said, "Absolutely, but I don't want to go to jail." I know that'd be the thing. That'd be the thing, Alan. I'd be like, "Okay, Lord," but I hurry up and leave because sometimes sometimes I'm like, So let me get into this other situation going on. We got some, I said in the show title that we got some real life law and order SVU. Y'all check this out. You know, the thing about it, the man is not, um, the man, if you notice, the man wasn't even walking away fast. That's what's jacked up. He didn't have any problem with any of that. And again, using Lizzo as a center, wanting the pity party, that woman needs some pity party. Slums Radio said he shouldn't have touched her and she shouldn't have hit him. Ooh, ooh. Well, he definitely shouldn't have touched her. And, you know, in the aftermath, it looks like she shouldn't have hit him because it didn't do her any good. She really got cracked. And see, that would make me want to act like that woman in the Walgreens. How you gonna come up behind me, put your hands on me? I don't even know you, and you're gonna put your hands on me like that, and then beat me down because I'm standing up for myself? Anna Browning said, "Oh my God, what's wrong with people?" One of them said, "Oh damn." You know, that is that is that's you talking about violation. You talking about I don't feel loved. That's bad business. So anyway, they're looking for him, and I think that video said they got like a $3,500 reward out for him. So you know, I hope they do find him. I hope they find him because that's some baloney. But the reason why this thing is so prevalent is because that's not the only one that happened in New York. We got another Law and Order SUV going on, or SVU, I should say. Hold on, let me find this video, y'all. Y'all know I'm new going live on YouTube. Trying to get it all together here. Where we at? Here we go. Check this one.
Searching for a man accused of attacking a woman in Brooklyn Monday night. Officials say the 35-year-old victim was walking on Morgan Avenue in Williamsburg when a man tackled her from behind and groped her while on the ground. If you have any info about the suspect you see here, give the NYPD a call.
Yeah, okay. So the comments are saying that they found him. Now, this guy that tackled that woman, I know they found him. Let me get on these comments. They found him. Anna Browning said she wanted to know, is the lady okay? Slums Radio always be coming with the breaking news. Brooklyn guys beat him up and ooh, all right now. If this was the stereo app, shout out to Baby Shay and Hot Topics on stereo. It's the hottest show on stereo. If we was on the stereo app, I'd be clapping it up. But good. Slums Radio said Brooklyn guys beat him up and turned him in. One woman says, shout out to Slums Radio. Alan said there was a lady that shot another lady. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Alan. I saw about that too. And evidently, they know each other and the mom knows each other. That's a sad story. Yeah, shout out Baby Shay on stereo app. Y'all be able to be sure to check her out. I know everybody in the comments is hip to Baby Shay, but just in case anybody's rewatching, Baby Shay and Hot Topics on stereo. It's the hottest show on stereo, boy. Y'all be covering them hot topics. Alan says Slums Radio type of conclusion I like to hear. Ain't that the truth? I'm glad to hear it too. But this last guy, they did find him as well. But the thing about it is they found him. He was trying to steal a kid. And they caught him at a playground. So clearly, you know, it ain't getting better. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Now, last topic. In the comments, I also asked the question: is rapper Germ, is he trying to be a Atlanta actor? Check this out.
For the first time, we're hearing the panicked 911 call as Miriam Abdulrab is kidnapped from the front yard of a Southeast Atlanta home. On the phone, Jerry Antoine, an Atlanta musician who says Abdulrab is his girlfriend. He posted these pictures of the two of them together on his Instagram story. Antoine tells the dispatcher he had just spoken to Miriam moments before, and she was on her way to his home on Burrow Street.
Oh my God. Bro, I just watched her get kidnapped from in front of my house. What the f? Oh
What is her
my
name?
God.
She had a gun pointed to her?
Yes, I watched it all through my window in my front yard. He had a gun to her, and he forced her into a car. He had on a security shirt.
But just 4 hours after she was reported kidnapped, a man walking his dog found Miriam's body on Lake Avenue.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, Lord Jesus is right. This is whew, this is this it's tough out here. Let me see. Baby Shay said he pissed me off. How you gonna witness your girl getting kidnapped? Anna Browning said, I've never heard of him, but that guy with the gray hair from ain't he? That guy with the gray hair from ATL Homicide is so fine. He's fine, but so is the other dude. And the other dude is super duper bow leg. That don't even make no sense. It's when we talk about how fine men are, Island Browning, it's never off topic. You heard? Ever. But the thing is, so what they're saying about this guy Germ, they're saying that it's some more to the story. They're saying something ain't right with this dude. They think that he's lying. And if you listen to that 911 call, and again, shout out to DJ Cam Bennett. That was his Twitter page I got that from. They're saying that, this guy his story has changed. Because one post he's saying, I was asleep. And then you just heard in the recording, he said he just talked to her on the phone. And she was he knew that she was on the way to the house. Baby Shay saying he set it up. Could very well be the case, but here's the thing. They did catch the guy, and this is him. And I'm so sick and tired of these. I mean, what's tea? Are these people acting out like this because OnlyFans is about to shut down and they feel like they can't get into something? Because I'm not understanding why is this dude doing this, but this guy's already a criminal to my understanding. And then the boyfriend, the Germ guy, I believe he recently got out because he was saying that, the reason why he didn't have no guns on him is because he just got out of jail and he's not supposed to have any guns. Anna Browning said, I just heard about this morning. That young lady was murdered by a known sex offender. So it makes me wonder, Germ, did you know this guy? Was y'all on lockdown together? What's tea? Was y'all together? The girl, Abdullah Rob, had been shot multiple times, according to the Fulton County Medical Examiner. While the two 911 calls offered eyewitness accounts, no information has been released on a possible motive. Investigators quickly identified the man they say is responsible for the crimes. Apparently, this lady was an Atlanta bartender. DeMarcus Brinkley, arrested the same morning in Griffin after crashing into another vehicle when police officers attempted to stop his SUV. So, you in the system. So it's quite possible that the two of them have a prior relationship as far as this killer dude, this guy right here, and then the rapper wannabe actor, because that 911 call sounded faked in the mug, in my own opinion. Brinkley, 27 years old, was injured in the crash. He was flown to the Atlanta Medical Center, charged with murder, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. On Tuesday, he was booked into the Fulton County Jail after being released from the hospital. He's also facing traffic charges related to the crash in Spalding County, the Georgia State Patrol said. So, you know, I said the story sounds very suspicious. And I agree, Baby Shay, he knows more than he's saying. Absolutely, Baby Shay. He's got to know more than he's saying. And like I said, if you listen to the 911 call, he's so, oh my God, look what happened. I mean, come on, y'all. There was nothing. It just didn't sound sincere. And again, like I said, the people are saying that he is, his story is conflicting because on one post, he's saying that I was asleep and I didn't even know. And it's only until he heard something that he woke up. But then again, he's saying that he was looking right out the window and he saw it all unfolding. Shout out to Lizzie Mack. What's tea, girl? Thanks for pulling up. So the people are saying this is a story definitely to keep an eye on, because it seems like for some of these rappers that backdooring somebody is the quickest way to get some cash. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that this is what the guy did. I'm not saying that. Fair rights use is in full effect, but I'm not saying that. Views and opinions expressed in the show, yep, they're mine. But it's enough reason with the one post saying, oh yeah, I was asleep, I ain't even know. And then the other post, and then, you know, saying, well, I was looking out the window. And then his whole tone and everything on the 911 call, it all just sounds super suspicious. So it's definitely, as you said, Lizzie Mack, very sus. And it's definitely, to me, worth keeping an eye on. So listen, that's it. That is the podcast. And I appreciate y'all pulling up as usual. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. You know I want to hear from you. And I appreciate y'all support. I really do. So with that being said, until the next time, we will see you when we see you. Welcome to the Only Male Cruise Show, the podcast. I am the Only Male Cruise. Be sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe, leave a comment. You know I want to hear from you. Copyright disclaimer regarding fair use is in full effect. The views and opinions expressed in this show, you guessed it, they're all mine. Let's go to work.